This is her first time. This is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
When most people imagine California, they think of thriving cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco. They also think of Hollywood, the heart of American entertainment, where the streets are literally lined with celebrities. If you're a bit more adventurous, you've definitely heard of Yosemite National Park or the famous Highway 1 drive along the rugged coastline. While all of these are true aspects of California, I grew up on a very different side of the Sierra Nevadas. Northern California is where you realize just how many hidden gems California has to offer. I grew up in a small town outside of Lake Tahoe, and since it looks like we should stick to domestic travel this summer, I'm going on a NorCal road trip, and I'm excited to show you guys a part of California that most people don't even realize exists. Thank you to R Cuffs for sponsoring this video. R Cuffs creates meaningful, customizable jewelry. You can engrave the coordinates to the most special places in your life on a cuff or a gold bar necklace. I chose to engrave my cuff with the coordinates to this beautiful river in my hometown. This river is a very important part of our culture, and since I'm constantly traveling, it feels amazing to carry a reminder of home with me wherever I go. R Cuffs also donates 5% of its net proceeds to Save the Children, an organization supporting our global community of children to live healthier lives. Thank you so much to R Cuffs for sponsoring this video. You can check them out in the link in my description. Let's get back on the road. All right, so we are 2 hours into our California road trip. I have my lovely co-host, Nikki, who came up from Los Angeles to go on this little adventure. She has absolutely no idea where I'm taking her. It's gonna be some much needed time to disconnect. Let's do it. Dude, I have absolutely no recollection of this place whatsoever.
Yeah, how sure are we about this location here?
I think I can hear water, so
Let's get out.
let's go investigate. I have no idea.
We're going to see the waterfall! Just the trail ahead of us is so spectacular. Everything is just so green. This is her first time. This is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
It's common that locals rarely explore their own backyards.
Oh my god! What?
Since my family always focused on international travel, I didn't really start exploring California until I was in college. My best friend was a wildlife biologist, and we would go on 1,000-mile road trips every weekend. He always knew all the best secret spots and taught me that there is so much beauty right at home in front of you if you know how to look for it.
Nice. Did we thaw out those weenies or no? We need sticks to roast our weenies.
Cheers. Oh man, there's a hair on my weenie.
Careful.
Everything really does taste better when you're camping. We decided to car camp tonight to save money on a hotel and to remain socially distant. We're gonna wake up to another beautiful place, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers to surviving the Arctic winter that was last night.
Next waterfall, here we come. I miss this place so much.
It's been years since I've visited all of these places, and the very beginning of summer is the best time to go because the snow is melting, which makes all of the waterfalls raging, and there's bright green new growth everywhere. And now we're off to the next hidden gem. All of these amazing places are in Siskiyou, Shasta, Mono, and Nevada counties in Northern California, in case you want to see them for yourselves.
One amazing tip for going to any kind of natural landmarks is make sure to go either really early in the morning or right before sunset, because as you can see, these are like 20 people who are now leaving this waterfall right as we're coming there. So this is a perfect way to avoid any kind of crowds and get these amazing places all to yourself.
Magical thing I've ever seen.
Have you ever wondered why nature, especially waterfalls or other places with rushing water, can make us feel so happy? Some say it's negative ions, which are basically vitamins of the air. They're invisible molecules that are believed to produce biochemical reactions in our bloodstream that increase levels of serotonin, help alleviate depression, relieve stress, and boost our energy. It's waterfalls like this that you can really feel the power of negative ions because of the pure joy these places bring.
We just got back from that amazing hike. People were throwing all of their bottles down. You can't pick up after yourself. You can't bring your own trash out and responsibly dispose of it in a trash can. You just don't deserve to be going to these places at all. Just don't leave your house if you can't handle it. Because these places are only beautiful because they're not treated like dumpsters. Keep that in mind when you go on your next adventure. It's that easy.
Like most summer memories, the days started to blur together. We saw a few more epic waterfalls and even found a breeding ground of ladybugs, which was pure magic. We spent days in the sun and went hiking and paddleboarding at my favorite lake in the whole world. Soon after this, Nikki headed back home and I continued my California road trip down to Mammoth Lakes to go soak in the hot springs. Hot springs are often thought of to be very sacred, cleansing places for people to disconnect and be at peace with the environment. It's good to know ahead of time that most hot springs are clothing optional places, so be accepting, open, and respectful towards the nudity of others who might choose to enjoy nature in that way. If you would like to photograph or take videos of the hot springs, make sure to gain the consent of the other people in the pools before bringing out your camera. The most important aspect of outdoor etiquette is leave no trace. Whatever you bring to these natural places must leave with you. Please don't come to these places to party and trash the area. We need to preserve these amazing pools so that we can continue to soak in them for years to come. I'm so happy I could share this side of my home with you. If you decide to come and see it for yourself, please explore mindfully. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next week.